He's not formal yet because he's still in office until January. But they ran a very, very aggressive and grassroots campaign. Andrea was in the district attorney's office, but she also worked currently as an attorney at the Martin Law Firm. And Kim earned her BS from the University of Texas at Arlington and her law degree from Thurgood Marshall School of Law, which I am a alma mater. Texas Southern is my alma mater in the School of Communications. She graduated and practiced law and practiced private practice at the law office of Kim A. Cooks, PLLC, and we are so glad that she is with us tonight. She actually won. Now, Kim, how does she won? No, Harris Camp. Sorry about that. I should not have actually the work in work so I stand corrected. But Andrea Martin received her undergraduate degree from Our Lady of the Lake University and her law degree from TWU School of Law. So at this time, I will introduce myself as I've done, and now will present to others the Honorables Kim Cooks and Andrea Martin. And Andrea, the first thing I asked when I saw her is, where's your son? Because everywhere you went, you saw him. And he is here tonight, so where is he? Raise your hand. And I think she also has her guest with her. Do you have a special guest for tonight? Where is he? I didn't see him. All right, Kim Cooks, raise your hand. Are you taking pictures? Both of them. Both of them. So you got all those subtle errors that I made. So since you have iPads and iPhones, edit them out. What? Please welcome. Good evening. I'm Kim Cooks. I'm the newly elected judge of the 255th Family Court. And my campaign buddy, Andrea Martin, went to get her grandfather. So I am really elated to be here and honored to honor the veterans of foreign war. I am originally from Colorado Springs. That's where I was born. I am the daughter of Master Sergeant Samuel Cooks. He was a veteran of a foreign war. He was in the Air Force, and he served 28 years and retired in the Air Force. So I'm honored to be here and be a reflection of him. I can remember being a child, and my father's last duty station was at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado Springs, and that's where we grew up. And he was a man, a statuesque man of 6'4", and every night he'd polish his shoes. He had that spit shine on his shoes, and his uniform would be just crisp, and he would come home that way, and I would wait for him to come home, and I would be so happy to see him come home. And he was a man who taught me 5 different things. Self-discipline. He taught me that whatever you do in life, you do it with greatness. And when I studied, I had self-discipline to study, and no one had to tell me when to study. And he was a man who didn't use an alarm clock to wake up. And I have those same principles. I've never used an alarm clock. I wake up diligently every day. And that's what self-discipline is. And that's what I had to use to run this race. Also, he taught me integrity. Integrity is your word. If I say something, I have to mean it. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I do that. And that's what my father was, a man of integrity. Respect. He taught me that you have to respect others and you demand respect when you walk into a room. And that's what he did. When he walked into the room, all heads turned because he was entering the room. Even if you didn't know who he was, you showed him respect. And that's what he taught me. Leadership. He taught me that you be the change that you want to see. And that's why I ran to be the judge of a family court, because I felt that there needed to be change in Dallas County. The doors needed to be open for every person. there needed to be equality for every person, not because you're rich or poor. Every person needs to be heard. So that's why I ran for family court, because I plan to mend the broken family. And I want to be that change, and that's why I ran. Teamwork. He taught me teamwork. And with Judge Martin, we ran together and we showed teamwork. You know, so many times you think that women can't do things together because they'll be fighting or they'll be jealous over each other, but we lifted each other up. When she was down, I would lift her up. When I was down, she'd lift me up. She's my fellow soldier. She was in the trenches with me, and we both won our races. So during the bad times and the good times, she was always there for me. So as running for judge, you know, it was very difficult running for judge because we didn't have many people back then. We didn't have supporters because they were thinking, oh, these young ladies are running and they don't know what they're doing. And we had to still smile and keep going. No matter what anybody said, we had a vision and we had a mission, and we accomplished our mission. So we're here tonight to thank you for supporting us. Thank you for believing in us. And the same way you served our country, all of you, protected our country and made sure we were safe. We plan on serving Dallas County and making sure that everyone is heard, and making sure we're always in the community trying to lift someone up, because we didn't get here on our own. We got here because of the grace of God. And we wouldn't be here tonight, and we wouldn't be serving Dallas County but for God. And but for my father giving me those 5 principles, I wouldn't be judged. So I thank you, and we're happy to be here, and our doors are open. So we'd love to have you come. I have my swearing-in ceremony on January 9th, and I would love to see all of you there. Thank you so much. Wow, what to say after that? I am so excited to be here. Last year, as you know, when we were here, we were candidates for judge. And as the Honorable Mallory Calloway says, we ran this race together from the beginning, dragging our sons each and every place we went, doing homework, campaigning, giving speeches. The sons were the videographers, the photographers, the campaign manager, the muscle that needed. And it taught us a lot. It taught us that we could do this together, that there is unity, strength in unity. So I'm excited to be back here now again as the incoming judge of the 304th District Court. But I'm even more excited and overwhelmed to have my grandfather here, Obie Weathers, who is a veteran of 31 years. Now, I know you all were probably wondering why I went outside and grabbed him. I turned 42 on October 12th of this year. It was last month. That was the first time I met my grandfather. Wow. So it means so much to have him here. Turns out he was searching for me. I was searching for him, and he was just down the road in Fort Worth. So that's my story about I've given lots of speeches over this last year, but realizing, actually I called him on the way here to make sure he was coming, and all of a sudden the nerves took over. I'm never nervous about speaking to anyone, but I'm really nervous and overwhelmed because you're here, so thank you. So when I think about what I have to say to you, all of you who have much more knowledge and experience than I, what can I say to you? All I can think of are 2 words: thank you. But for you, we wouldn't be here. As I was thinking about all the servicemen and women I know, they're everywhere. America is built on servicemen and women. I think about the people that I've hired to come and take over my court with me. They're veterans. I look at all my uncles and aunts. I'm from San Antonio, big military town. I started counting on one hand and ran out of fingers because of all the people I knew within my family, friends, growing up, servicemen and women. And not only do you serve your country and fight in war, you come back and you build America, build businesses, work in corporations, set an example of what leadership means. And so again, I say to you, thank you. But there's something else I want you to do with me today. We always set out a time for Veterans Day to thank you, and you'll have people stand up and give beautiful speeches about the reason why we honor you. We already know that. We already know that what you've done. But what I want to do now, in this time that I have, this platform, is ask everyone to stand up with me, because you first stood up. So I'm going to set my timer just for 30 seconds, if you'll stand up with me, and I want you to do something with me. We're going to call out all the service members. Remember everything that they've done for us. Speak their names into the atmosphere so they recognize, and we all recognize, all the wonderful things that they have done. So let's start together. Tamika Carter, James Kruger, your own people. Let's say it together. Ernest K. Cynthia Richard-Stevens, James Mathis, Paul Wilson, Valerie Thompson, Reginald Rich, Rashad Rich, Henry Elijah Moore, Elliot Gassoy, Jamila Johnson, Kevin Coates, Frederick Grower, Bobby Martin, Michael Richards, Larry Duncan, James Briggs, Kennard Bowen, and last but not least, my grandfather, Obie Weathers Sr. I say to you, thank you. Thank you all for standing with me, because you stood first. Thank you for continuing to stand. Thank you for being all that you have been for America. Thank you.